What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking shortly about an episode on developing abs quickly, getting abs quickly. Whether you're a guy or girl, you may want abs, and you may right now look in the mirror and you don't see those abs. Is there a faster way to get there? Is there a faster or better way to get abs rather than over something else? And the answer is there's no completely fast way. It's all based on where you are now. So you see somebody with a great physique, they've worked on it. They've put the time in and the work in to get there. Now, it all really depends on where you're at. So I'll just explain it. If you're a guy and you want abs, you can usually visually see the abs between 7 and 10% body fat. That's usually how long it takes to be able to start visually being able to see abs. So if you're in the 7 to 10% or even less than that, you're gonna see abs, you're gonna get that shredded look. For girls, it's usually in the teens. So basically what you need to do is, now you know where you want to go. You want to be below 10% as a guy, then find out where you are now. And if you're a guy and you're at 15, 20% body fat, get your body fat checked, even if it's a handheld at the gym. If you can do a bod drop of water, that's even better. Get your body fat checked to find out where you're at now, and then you'll know where you want to go. You can basically make a plan to get there. So what do we know? What do we know that works? We know abs are made in the kitchen, that's what they say. But really, abs are made with diet, proper diet. So it's basically, plain and simple way to put it is your body burns a certain amount of calories in a day, and you eat less than that amount. So guys, if you're burning 3,000 calories in a day, including your workouts, you can get online and do calculators. Go to iifym.com and you can find these calculators. It'll estimate how many calories you're burning in a day. So guys, if you find out that you're burning about 3,000 calories in a day with exercise, with workouts, with sleep, with just sitting there, with your schedule, 3,000 calories, you need to eat below that to start slowly cutting away that body fat. Because what happens is when you eat less than your body burns in a day, it has to find that energy source from somewhere else to reach that 3,000. So if you're consuming 2,500 calories in food, that extra 500 is a deficit. It'll take that from the fat energy stored from your body. So slowly it's going to start eating it away. 500 calories a day if you have a deficit. Hope that makes sense. So if you're burning 3,000 calories a day, you're eating 2,500, there's a gap of 500 there. From that 500, it's going to take stored energy from your body, which is your body fat. So that'll give you kind of a roadmap on how to slowly start cutting away. How do you know how many pounds you need to lose? How do you know how much percentage you need to lose? Get your percentage checked, then find out a goal. Maybe it's 7, 8%. To start seeing your abs. That's your goal. You want to get that athletic, lean, shredded look. So from there, let's say you're a guy that weighs about 200 pounds, right? And your body fat's at about 15%. And ladies, this goes for you too. We can also find that calculator. You can use that, create a deficit, and from there it'll give you a roadmap. It's all the same. Guys and girls, they're gonna be the same, okay? So let's say you weigh about 200 pounds and you want to cut that body fat from 15% to around 7, 8%. Set the goal at 7%. Well, that's about 8% in loss that you want to lose. So now you have a roadmap in order to get there. It's not some special workout. It's not some special diet. It's not some special altogether anything. It's just have a roadmap and knowing how to get there. So should you work abs while cutting? Even if you can't see the abs yet. I like to use an example like if you were an artist and a museum hired you to do a mural on the wall, and the museum had an opening date in 3 months. They said, look, we're gonna hire you. Can you get this done in 3 months? You said, yeah, I can do it. I really need 4 or 5 months for my best work, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'll say yes, 3 months, I'm gonna give you my best mural that I can make in 3 months. So the idea is, you create that mural, you try to make it as best you can, you work on it so that when the museum opens and everybody sees it, it looks fabulous, it looks awesome. It looks like a real piece of art. Now, it's the same idea with our abs. Even though we're not open for business yet, for everybody to see and admire, you're still behind the scenes working on developing those abs so that when the museum, you are in single digit body fat, you actually have nice developed lean abs. When you flex them, they're there. You have the lines and the striations. Abs are a muscle. You gotta work them out, you gotta flex them. So should you work abs even though you don't have abs yet in the mirror? Yes, go ahead and work them. But also have a roadmap and a development of a plan so that you can get to where you're going. Now, there's no fast way to get abs. There's no faster, sped up way to get abs any faster than just doing the right thing and going with it, staying progressive, taking it day by day, sticking to your goals. All right, thanks for watching, guys.